So let's jump into this hosting or WordPress tutorial for the year 2025, where I'm going to be showing you how to use WordPress and ultimately how you can create your own website. So I'm going to start with explaining the WordPress dashboard to you. And if you don't already have hosting, you can save 75% on your plan by purchasing through the link in the description. So let's begin. And now what a WordPress dashboard is, it's basically just where you're going to go to edit your site. You don't have to worry about this section here, the middle section. You just need to worry about this left sidebar right here. And also too, if any of this in the middle looks different, you don't have to worry. That's totally normal. It changes over time. So again, you just have to worry about this left sidebar right here. And just to go over a couple things real quick, this is the post section. This is where all your posts are going to be. This is the media section where you can go if you want to upload media to your library. And then this is the pages section, which is similar to post, but these are just actually pages. So it's going to be more for stuff like for your About Us section or your Contact Us section. And your post section is going to be for your actual post on your site. And then this is the comment section. So anytime you get comments, they're going to show up right here. And then if we go to appearance, that's where we're going to add our theme and also do some editing on our site. And then the plugin section, this is basically where you're going to go to get different plugins which are going to help you do different things on WordPress. And then the user section right here, this is where you can go and add a user if you want to have somebody else be able to work on your site. And then the tools section right here. And then we have the settings section right here, which is all these. And also too, if ever you see this menu kind of disappear, it's most likely collapsed. So you can just go down here and click on this collapse menu and it'll bring it back. So now that we went over all that stuff, the first thing we need to do is add our WordPress theme. And this is going to give us the look of our website. So if we go to the left sidebar and put our mouse on appearance and then click on themes, that's going to bring us to the themes section. And these themes are automatically installed by WordPress always. But what we need to do is go here and click on Add New Theme. And now you're going to notice a bunch of different tabs up here: Popular, Latest, Block Themes, and Favorites. So if you ever want to go and just check out all these themes, as you can see, there's a lot of them right here. You can scroll through and check them out. Then what we're going to do is come over here to this search themes section and we're going to type in Kubio. And that's Kubio. And then right here it is. And we're just going to click on install. And then after that, we're going to click on activate. And now once we have that installed, we're going to we're going to keep this on modern and we're going to click on this purple start with selected option. And that's going to install the page builder for us. Okay, and now that's been installed. And then we're just going to go over here to starter sites. And now we're going to choose one of our themes right here. And these all are free. And if you keep scrolling down, you'll see there's a bunch more. But then once you get down to a certain section, you're going to notice this Pro logo right here. And now all of these are not free. So we're actually going to go back up and select one of these that don't have that right here. So I think I'm going to go with this copywriter theme right here. And again, like I said too, you guys can choose any theme that you want. The design of it is going to be different for each one, but what we're going to do is basically the same thing. It's just going to be for a different design. So if you want to follow along step by step, you can go with copywriter right here, or you can always just watch what I do and then apply it to a different theme that you like. So I'm just going to click on import site. And this is our site. If I bring the page up right here, we're then going to click on this import site button right here, the blue one. And now this is going to install everything right here. And this takes a little bit of time depending on your internet connection. So just be patient and wait, and it will eventually load. Okay, and now everything has been imported, and that took about 2 to 3 minutes. So if you're still waiting, just like I said, be patient and it'll load. So then after that, we're just going to click on this blue start editing button. Okay, so now we're here on the editor section, and everything here is going to be pretty much point and click. So anytime you want to edit anything, you can just click on it, like this welcome, for example. If you notice, once you click on it right here, this section will pop up. And you'll notice this site title right here says welcome. And if we get rid of that, then it gets rid of the E. So everything's very simple. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change this pink background right here to something different. And now to do that, you're just going to click on the background. And then we're going to come over here to where it says style. And then we're going to scroll down. And this right here is the background image. So I'm just going to click on change background image. And so once we do that, you're just going to select your file that you want to upload. And now if you guys need any copyright free images to use for your website, if you don't have any already that you want to use, you can go to a site like Pixabay. That's where I got a lot of the images that I'm going to be using in this video. And you can search for them right here. And there'll be a bunch of different images that you can just download all for free. And you can use them on your website right here. So now once you select your files and then you upload them, they're automatically going to be added to your media library. And I actually went and uploaded all my images to my media library, so everything's ready right here. And now this is the image that I'm going to use for the background. And so all you need to do if you're getting something from your media library is click on it like this, and then click on select, and that will automatically change it. And if you see this little white circle right here and you put your mouse on it, it's going to turn into a hand and you can adjust it so you can move the image however you want. So I think I'm just going to keep it right there. And now anytime too that you're working on stuff after you do something, you don't have to do this every time, but just if you want to be safe, you can go over here and click on save. So now we change this main image right here. And this is where we're going to add our site title right here. Or if you notice, once you click on it, you can go over here to where it says logo type and you can click logo image and you can upload your own logo if you want to do that instead. But for this example, I'm just going to go with the site title. So I'm just going to type that in right here. And we're going to go right over here to the left sidebar again and get rid of this welcome. And that will remove it. And so now I have my site title right here. So basically whatever your website's name is, you can put it right up here. And now what we're going to do is change this text right here on this navy block. And you guys can write anything you want right here. Try to make it kind of engaging and talk about your website maybe. So if you go and click on any of these blocks right here, you'll be able to change the text. I'm just going to take this and get rid of that. And then I'm going to put in my own heading here. And now once I did that, you'll notice that some of the words are getting a little bit cut off. So if you go over here to this little blue button, you can adjust the width of this. You can make it smaller or you can make it bigger. So I'm just going to keep it like this. That way nothing's cut off. And then I'm going to change this up here. Then I'm going to go down here and I'm just going to change the text on this block now. Okay, and now that's taken care of. So this top block is now done here. And so the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to edit the menu. And so this is pretty easy. You're just going to click on this. And then if we go and click on edit menu structure, you'll notice that everything here up in the menu will pop up over here on the left sidebar. And if you put your mouse over here on these dots, you can go and you can change the order of where everything is at. But I'd always recommend keeping the home tab right here first. That way, wherever anybody is on your website, if they go up and they click on home, it'll take them right back to the home page actually. So we're going to keep these 3 categories right here, but we're going to add 2 more. And those menu items that we're going to add are going to be store and blog. So if we click over here on add menu item, we're going to go down here and we're going to type in store. And then we're going to click on add item. And then you're going to see type URL. We're going to come back after we make these pages, and then we're going to paste the URL in here. Then we're going to click on add item. And as you can see, it adds it right up there. And then we're going to add one more, and that's going to be blog. So under the item label again, just type in blog and then click on add item. All right, so now we have our 5 tabs right here. So after that, I'm going to click on save. So now if we go and click on this preview button right here, it's going to give us a preview of our website. And now if we click on contact, you'll notice that it goes to the contact page, same with the about. But if we click on the store or the blog, you'll notice that it doesn't go anywhere. So what we need to do to fix that is come back over here and click on these 3 bars right here. And then where it says dashboard, we're just going to right click and click on open link in new tab. And then we're going to assign those pages to those 2 tabs right there. And that way, once we click on them, it will send them to an actual page, which is going to be our blog page and our store page. So if we click on pages right here, you'll actually notice the blog page is already created. So if you click on this, you'll see right under here, it says permalink, and then there's a link right here. So what we're going to do is right click on this and click copy link address. And the link's been copied. And then we're going to go back over here and where it says under blog, and then we're going to go and click on this little icon here under the blog section. And then we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to right click and we're going to click on paste. And now we're going to click on update item. So now if we click save and we click preview and now blog, it actually goes somewhere this time. It goes to all our latest posts. So if we go back over here and we click on pages again and we click on add new, we're going to title this one store. And then we're just going to click on publish and then publish again. So then after that, we're going to take this link and click on copy and then go over here. And now we're going to go to our store and do the same thing again. Click on this. And then we're going to paste our link in right here. I'm going to right click, click paste. And that's our store link. And after that, click on update. Save again. And then if we refresh, you'll notice if we go to store, it actually takes us to our store page. And now after that, we just have to go and add our content in right there. But now every link that we click up here in the menu is going to bring us somewhere. So now I'm just going to close these 2 pages right here. And now we're just going to move on to the next section. Since we got our name, we got our menu, we got our background image, and we have all this changed right here. We're going to move down to some of these sections right here. This next section right here, what it's going to be is basically just to give some information about your site. You can talk about what it is and basically just give people an idea of what the site is actually about. So all we're going to do is we're going to change some of this copy text here and then change this image. So I'm just going to edit this text right here. Okay, so I just changed that right here. And now if you're having trouble writing some of this copy right here, something you can do is go to a website called ChatGPT. And you can go here and you can write something like, write me a headline for my site that is about traveling, or say your site is about books. You would put, write me a headline for my site that is about books. And then if you click here, they'll come up with a headline that you can actually use. So you can put that right here. And this can save a little bit of time. You can put, write me a sub headline to that headline, and they'll write you some more. And if it's too short, you can just say, make it a little longer. and they'll do that for you right there. And you can just keep doing that for different things on your site if you can't come up with things to write. And it can just really speed up the whole process for you. And you don't even have to use what they give you. You could just get an idea from the examples that they give right here, and then you can edit it any way you want and then just type it in right here. And if you want to copy it, all you need to do is click on this little button right here and click on copy, and then that's going to be copied. And then you would just do the same thing like we did last time. You just right click and click on paste, and you have everything there. So I'm just going to close this tab right here now, and then I'm going to continue editing this copy. So all that text has been changed right there. And now I'm just going to change this image. So we're going to click on it. And then if we scroll up and there's the image right there, we're just going to click on change image like last time. Then you're just going to select the photo that you want right there and then upload it. And this is the photo that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to select that right there. And then what we're going to do is change this basically from a rectangle to a square. So you're just going to click on the image and then you're going to click on crop. And then right here, we're going to click on aspect ratio and we're going to turn this into a square. And then I'm going to adjust it. Then I'm going to click on apply. And then right there, it's now turned into a square. So what we're going to do now is get rid of this yellow little border right here. So if we click on this image and then go to style and then go down and click on effect options, where it says frame options, we're just going to unselect that. And then we're going to go up here and we're going to add a box shadow. That just kind of helps the look of it, makes it look a little nicer. And now just like that, this whole block is now done and we can move on to the next section. This right here is going to be our store section. So basically if you're selling stuff, then you can put it right here. So if we get started, I'm just going to edit some of this text right here. And then I'm going to change this right here. So now after all this is edited right here, I'm going to go down and we're going to actually get rid of these right here. And now after that, if you notice this has been extended right here, this blue line, if you just click on delete, it'll get rid of all that stuff. And so now that's just blank right there. And now what we're going to do is click on this plus button and we're going to go over to blocks and we're going to click on columns. So what we're going to do is now add some images right here and you can just keep it on 2. So I'm going to click on this plus button and then I'm going to click on the image. Then I'm going to go to my media library. You guys would probably go to upload. And so this is the image right here that I'm going to select. And I'm going to do that one more time. And then I'm going to get this image. And then I'm going to click on this image right here and then go over here to where it says show caption. And I'm going to show that. And then I'm going to put this in. And then I'm going to go over here and do the same thing for this one. And then do the same thing, click show caption. And basically, so if you're selling any products, you could put the images right here and then you could put the prices down there. And then say, for example, you're selling something on Etsy. You could go to your item on Etsy and you could just go and copy your link right here. And then you would go back here and you could click on this image and then where it says link, you could paste that in right there. And then if you click on save, and now we go to preview, you'll notice that if we go down here to where it says travel calendar and we click this, it now takes you to that Etsy page where that item is at. And this doesn't have to be just for Etsy. This could be for literally anything. Say you're an Amazon affiliate and you're selling stuff on Amazon. You could go and put the images right here. And then anytime somebody clicks on it, it could send them to Amazon. And then if they buy something, you could make a commission on it. Or you could even have it linked to a review on your website. Say, for example, if we're talking about being an Amazon affiliate again, you could have this linked to a review that you have on your website. So you could write a review on the product and then you could take that link and then you could paste it in right here. And then people will go and they'll click this image and then they'll be able to read the review. And then you can have the affiliate link also in that review. And then they can go and click that link in the review and take them to the Amazon website. And then if they buy it, you make a commission off of it. This right here, Amazon Associates, this is what I was talking about. Like it says, sign up, join tens of thousands of creators, share millions of products, earn up to a 10% in associate commission. But I'm not going to dive super deep into this. You guys can go and check it out and do a little bit of research and sign up if you want. Or again, too, it's like I said, there's a ton of different things that you could do with this. It doesn't have to be just through Etsy or Amazon Associates. It can be through whatever you want. Now, the next thing we're going to do is put a little link down here to our store. So if we click on this plus add block button, then we click on blocks, we're going to click on the paragraph. We're actually going to just select it and then drag it. And then once you see this blue little line pop up, you can drop it right there. Then I'm just going to write something like visit our store. And then if we go back up here to preview, what we're going to do is grab the link to our store. So we're going to click on store. And then I'm just going to grab this right here. And then we're going to go back. And then we're going to click on link. And then click on edit link. And then we're going to paste it in right there and then click on save. So now anytime somebody comes and clicks on that link, it's going to bring us to the entire store page. And now I'm just going to go back here to these images and I'm going to add that box shadow again to them. And we're going to click on style, click on box shadow, do the same thing for this one, box shadow. Again, just cleans it up a little bit, gives it a little bit of an extra look. And then we're going to click on save. And now if we go back here and click here and we scroll down, we'll see that the site is starting to come together. We got these pages, or these sections rather. And then we have our store. We have a couple products right here. And then again, if we click visit our store, it's going to bring us right here to that. And now in a little bit here too, we're going to come back and we're going to add some more products to the store after we finish doing some more of this section work. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to scroll down and we're going to go to the blog section right here. And now this is where all your posts are going to show up. So like I was talking about before with the Amazon affiliate site, say you were doing reviews and you posted them, this is where they're going to show up on your blog page. And this is not our blog page actually right here. This is just going to be the blog section, but we're going to put a link right here to the actual blog section. So once you click on it, it's going to show you every post that you have on your site. These are going to be like your 3 latest posts that you put up. So now I'm just going to edit some of this right here. Actually, before that, we're going to come up here and we're going to this section right here. We're going to, with these, we're going to actually get rid of this. So if we click here and we go here, we're going to click on delete, and that's going to get rid of that section right there. And then we're going to take this section and we're going to click over here in the top left corner. And then if you see this little arrow that's going up, we're just going to click on that. And that's going to bring that section right under here, right under our store. And now I'm going to get back to editing some of this text right here. So now I just edited those right there. So I got my headline here and then I got my sub headline. And then again, these are just some example posts that WordPress always includes. And we're going to keep these just like they are right now. And we're going to go into the post section here in a little bit. And we're going to change this stuff up right here, but we're just going to keep working on the front end of our site and finish doing the rest of these sections. Actually, this is our last section right here. And then once we do that, we'll go back and work on some of this post stuff. So right here, this section, you can kind of make it however you want. But for example, like this, it says, let's work together. and then it has a link to the contact me section. So I think I'm going to keep it the same way, but I'm just going to switch this background image right here. So again, we're going to click on this, then we're going to go to style. We're going to click on change background image. And then I think I'm going to go with this image right here. Okay, and now that image has been added, I think I'm just going to keep it right about there. And I think I'm going to put everything right here on the left. I think I'm going to put it over here on the right side. There we go. I think that looks a little better. It shows up a little more. I think I'm actually going to change this contact button right here. I'm going to change the color of it. So if I go to background, I think I'm going to switch it to yellow just to make it stand out a little more. And I'm going to switch the border color to the same thing. There we go. That just helps it pop a little bit. And then actually I'm going to add a section right here. So we're going to click on add section. And then we're going to click select from templates gallery. And I think I'm going to actually scroll all the way down here, and the section that we just got rid of, I think we're going to bring that back. You guys can go with any one you want, but I think I'm going to go with this testimonial 6. And this section isn't necessary. You don't have to add this if you don't want to. I'm just going to add some more content down here. Since this is a travel site, I'm going to add a couple of destinations that's been traveled to. So I'm going to go and actually change these images right here. So if I go to content and I click on change image, I'm going to actually add this in. That's perfect. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. And this one. And that's kind of square. Hit apply. Actually, I'm going to go back to this one, do the same thing. Square, hit apply. Change this one. Okay. And then go up here and switch that to square. Hit apply. There we go. Those are all lined up. That looks really nice. So then I'm just going to edit the text down here. So I just added those right there, and I'm going to get rid of this. Oops, actually I'm going to just click on delete and then click delete and delete again. So that helps clean it up a little bit. Now I'm just going to edit the text for each one of these right here and just put something short in. Okay, and now I just edited those right there. It looks really nice. And now I'm just going to change this headline here and then the subheadline. And now that's everything right there finished for that section. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm actually going to bring this section up. Yeah, so this is going to be my last section right here. Then we got that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get more into the post section right here, or the blog section actually. So now before I do that, I'm going to actually go and click on save to make sure everything's saved. So now if we go and click on preview, we can look at our site. As you can see, it's starting to really come together. It's really looking good, nice and clean. Blog section, we'll take care of that in a minute. That looks good. These look good. Perfect. All right. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to close this, and then we're going to click on these 3 little lines. Then we're going to go back to our dashboard. And then we're going to go to our post section. So you can go to the left sidebar here and click on posts. And right here are the 4 example posts that are up that WordPress has already included. So what we need to do is actually get rid of these because they're just example posts and we don't need them. We're going to put in our own content actually. So just select them all by clicking this top box right here. Then where this says bulk actions, you can go down to click move to trash, then hit apply. And now we don't have any more posts, so we're just going to click on this add new post button and we're going to create our first post. So this is what a blank post is going to look like, and up here you're going to put your title, and then down here is where all the rest of your content is going to go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create, probably just for this example, maybe 4 different posts, and I'm going to make them all on travel. But actually for the first post that I'm going to do, that I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to make it be for a review, basically like a product review, like I was talking about for Amazon, if maybe you wanted to review products and then add affiliate links. Because I think most people would probably be more interested in doing something where you can make money versus out of just like complete pleasure, like traveling. Because I think showing you guys how to do something where you can possibly create passive income could be a little more beneficial. So I just went on Google and I typed in best-selling Amazon products, and then it brought me to this page. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick out a product. Like for example, I think I'm just going to do these Apple AirPods Pro 2s. And so what I'm going to do first is I think I'm going to click this and then save this image right here. And then I'm going to save this image too. And then this one right here. Then I'm just going to copy this right here. I'm going to type this in. And then I'm going to put review. And then after that, I'm going to go back to that site called ChatGPT that I was telling you about earlier. And I'm just going to type in, write me a review of, and then I'm going to paste this in right here. And then I'm going to click on enter. And then right here, it's just going to write me a review that I'm going to put here. So then after I put that in, it's just going to write me a review right here. And it looks like it's almost done. Actually, it is done now. And I'm just going to click on copy. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to click on paste. And right here, you can see I got an entire review. And I think what I'm going to do is add a couple of images in right here. So you can either type or choose a block. And if you go over here and click on this, click on add block. It's basically the same thing as we were doing before. You're just going to insert an image here. I'm going to upload the image. So that image is pretty big right there. So if I click on it, and if you see image size over here on the right, we can click on medium. That's better. And then maybe I'm going to put it in the center. And then I think I'm going to add maybe one more right down here. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is type in column. And we're going to do, I think I'm going to do 2 right here. Click on image. And then if I click right over here again, I'm going to do another image. So now I got my images right here. So that looks pretty good. And now, like I said too, I'm not going to dive super deep into this, but if you go and you just type into Google Amazon Associates and click this top link, and then you go and you sign up for Amazon Associates, and then you fill everything out, they're going to give you affiliate links that you can use. So every time somebody clicks on that link and then buys something, you'll get a commission for it. So if you went and did that, they'd basically give you a link similar to something like this one right here. And then you could go and select like AirPods Pro 2 and you can click the link. You click paste in there. And now right there, anytime somebody clicks on that and then buys something, you would get a commission for that. So basically using something like ChatGPT, it could write your content for you right here. And then using something like Amazon Associates, that's where you can get affiliate links in. And the thing that I like about Amazon too, or Amazon Associates, is so many people use Amazon. So like anytime you're recommending something on Amazon, it's usually going to make people feel really safe. Like, because they're going to go on Amazon where they bought things, hundreds of times already. So you're basically just recommending great products on Amazon. That's what I would recommend for you to do is just review really good products that people love. So now after you have your link and then some images right there, you can go back over here to post and you can click on set featured image. So then I'm just going to select the image and then go to set featured image. It's basically going to be the image that shows up in the thumbnail, and then also it's going to show up before our actual review. So if we go and we click on publish and then publish again and we click on view post, you'll notice that we have a big image right here of the actual product, and then we have our review, and we have some of our images right there, and we have our link. So if you click it, it goes to Amazon. And now that's just to give you guys an idea of what you could do as far as if you wanted to make money with the site or anything like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back here and I'm going to go back to view post. And now I'm going to create 4 different posts. And then once I'm done with that, I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm back and I just finished writing those posts right here. So if we go over here and click on visit site up at the top left, and then we go over here to the blog section. And actually next thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this up here. But if we scroll down, you'll see that I have my 4 posts, and these are the featured images right here. This is where they show up. Click this, sends you to that post right there. And then we also have our other posts that we made earlier. Another thing too I wanted to show you is if you notice on some of these posts right here, it says United States. This one says France. This one says uncategorized. So if we click on this, and then we go up here and we go to edit post, and now we go to the post section, there's going to be a category section that you can put each post into different categories. So right now this one's under uncategorized. So say for example, you're doing a review website, you could maybe add a new category and put it under electronics. And then if you scroll down, you click on add new category right there. That will be now under electronics after you click on save. So if we go back here and then we go back and visit the site, go back to our blog, you'll notice now that says electronic. So now maybe if you're selling a bunch of different products, like you're selling some electronics, you're selling some clothes or anything like that, you can then just put them in their respective categories. That way, anytime somebody wants to go and see all the electronics, they could just click on electronics and everything that you have put in the electronics category is going to show up on that page for you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back up here to the WordPress dashboard. And we're going to edit some of these pages. So if we go to where it says Kubio and we hit open Kubio editor, we're going to click on this right here and we're going to go to pages and then we're going to click on blog. And then we're going to get rid of this right here and you can click on edit for all pages. And we're just going to click on this and get rid of that right there. And that'll just help clean it up. We don't need that extra image up there. And after that, you just click on save. So now if we click preview and then we go to our store right here, or our blog rather, it just has our post right away. Now we can go to store and you can see right now it's blank, but what we're going to do now is edit it and add a couple products. So we're going to go back over here and we're going to click on pages and then we're going to go to store. So now since this is just a blank page, we're going to click on create from scratch. So then what we're going to do is we're going to click on add blank section and we're just going to click on this one right here, the single. Then we're going to click on add block and then we're going to add this columns button. And that'll give us 2 columns right here. So if we wanted to have 2 images or 2 products, we could do that. And then if you want more, you can just click on add new column. There you got 3, you got 4, whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to click on image and I'm going to go to media library and I'm going to add this right here. Actually, I'm going to add this one first. Then I'm going to add this one. Then I'm going to add this one. Then I'm going to add this one right here. And then I'm just going to add in a caption right here. Keep that like that. So we got basically what the product is and then the price. And now I'm going to go and do the same thing for these other images right here. So I just went and added the captions here and the prices. And then I went and added the links in right here. So now I'm going to click on save. So now if we go to preview, you'll see if we go to our store, it's got our products right here. And now you don't even have to have a store section. You can just have a blog section where you're just doing all your reviews at if you want to. Or maybe you could keep the store section up too. So if you have, say maybe you have some favorite products that you like to advertise, you could put them under the store category. Or maybe like your best-selling products, you could put them under the store category right here just to give them some extra attention. And then you can keep your blog section right here just for different reviews that you make. And then also too, on your blog section, you'll notice that there is a sidebar right here. So maybe if you wanted to put an ad right here, you can also do that. So if I close this and we go over here to pages and we click on blog, we're going to click right here and then we're going to click on this plus button. And then we can select the image and then we can drag it over here. We can click on edit for all pages. Just do that once more. Image. And like I said, you just look for that blue line to show up right there. And now I'm going to go to my media library. And I'm going to click this right here. This is just a little ad I have. And maybe I'll add, I think I'm going to add one more in there too. So image. And then I'm going to add that, click media library. Okay, and now we have two different ads right there. That's the same thing. You can go and put your URL right there. So this is another idea too. Maybe if you have certain products that sell really well and you want to give them extra advertisement, you could put them right here on the sidebar. So if I click on save and then we go to preview, then we go to this blog section, you'll see right here on the sidebar, you'll always have those right there and you can make them clickable. So basically, like anytime somebody is going and they're looking at your review section or your blog section, they're going to notice this little sidebar over here and they might click on the stuff. And it's also a good idea too, because like if you click the one of your posts, it shows up again right there. And it's kind of just a good thing to have up there because you're going to be able to bring more eyes to your most popular products. So you're going to have more people visiting them and you're going to have more possibility of getting a commission for those products if somebody buys one. And so now, honestly, guys, that's pretty much covers everything right there for our blog. We have our top section right here and we have a little bit of info about our site. We have our store section right here with a link to our store. Then we have our blog section. Look at that, it looks really nice. And one thing actually I'm going to do is we're going to add a little link here to our entire blog section before we go. But then we have this section right here, contact you, people want to work with you. I have my destinations page. So really, everything looks really nice and clean. So if I just close this, and I go back here to my pages, and we go to our home section. We scroll down, go to our blog, click on this plus button, blocks, paragraph, look for the blue line, there it is, post it in right here, visit our blog. So now we have visit our blog in there if we click on preview. And if we click on blog and we go and get our link right here, copy that, and then we'll select this, and we'll go to our link. We'll paste that in. Then we click on Submit, and let's bold that too. And then we'll go to this, and we'll go to text color. We'll change that to black. Just to match the other one, we'll click on Save. And then we'll click on Preview. Now if we scroll down, visit our blog, we click on that. That'll take people directly to the blog section now. And before, as I was saying too, you can turn this blog or this website into anything that you want to be. You don't have to follow the steps that I did. You can do something totally different. You can go and turn it into a review site like I was talking about before, make a little bit of money off of it. Or if you just want to talk about something like one of your passions, like this blog is about traveling, it's also a great way to do that. And two other things I almost forgot, we need to edit our contact page and about page. So if we go back and close this, and then we go to pages, we're going to go to contact, make a little contact section. That way, if people want to get a hold of you, they can. So I'm going to actually, you can keep this right here like this if you want to, but I'm actually going to switch this up. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to get rid of this too. And then we're going to click on Add Pre-Designed Section. And I think we're going to click on this one right here. This is the flat free about one. And so what I'm going to do is just edit this headline, the subheadline, and then this image right here. So now I've edited those things right there, and I'm just going to actually get rid of this button, click on delete, and then we're going to add some social buttons. So if we click on plus, we go to blocks, and then we type in social. And we click on social icons right here. Actually, we're going to drag it to down here. And so now if you want to add in your Facebook or your YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, you can do that. And if you click on one of these icons right here and then go to this little three dots, you can select anything you want. So if you wanted to do like Instagram right there. And so it's basically like how the images work. You just click on it and then you would put your link right there in. So whatever your profile link is, you would go ahead and type that in right there. And then you can do that for each one of these. And then you can also change the style of these too. If you go up to the top, you can click on shared, you can go to official, individual. I'm just going to keep it on official. I think that looks pretty good. And I think this is enough for our contact section right here. We can click on save. Now we can get a little preview of that, see what that looks like. Just a nice clean contact us section. And now we're going to go back here and we're going to go to pages and then click about. And this will be the last page that we need to edit. So I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to get rid of this right here. And this. Then click on Add Pre-Design section. We're going to click on, I think I'm going to go with this one right here. And now come over here and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to edit this headline, the subheadline, and then this image. Okay, so now I just edited that headline, the subheadline, and I'm going to get rid of this button right here. And then I'm going to add some text down here. So I'm going to click on this plus button and then click on paragraph. Okay, now I just added that right there and I'm going to click on save. And if you ever think there's too much space up here, like in between this text right here and then the top menu, if you click right here, like up in the top left, you can go to the spacing section and you can get rid of it. just by going like that. So maybe like I might just get rid of all that or just set it at like 25. Click on save. But make sure when you do that, you go and do the same thing for your other pages up here. So everything matches. But now if we go and click on preview, it's going to show us our About Us page. Just something simple, looks really clean. And now that is officially everything. We have our contact, we have our about, we have our store, and we have our blog page. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this HostGator WordPress tutorial for the year 2025, where I'm going to be showing you how to use WordPress and ultimately how you can create your own website. All right, guys, so we're going to jump into this. All right, guys, so we're going to jump in. All right, so we're going to jump into this. All right, so we're going to jump into this GoDaddy WordPress tutorial for the year 2025, where I'm going to be showing you how to use WordPress and ultimately how you. All right, so let's jump into this. All right, so let's jump into this GoDaddy WordPress tutorial for the year 2025, where I'm going to be showing you how to use WordPress and ultimately how you can go and start your own website.